This strategy is really involved for single target people that you either need to kill or steal something from and get away with it practically guaranteed. But in the uplink, the first thing we're going to be buying is the Hypopen. It is 6 telecrystals, and this thing is a hypo spray disguised as a pen that has a 10 unit reservoir and ejects 5 units at a time. When you take it out, it'll have a box. You just press Z to get rid of the box, and then the pen has nothing that'll give you away other than the fact that when you hold it in your hand, it'll tell you it has a internal storage for reagents, which gives it away as a Hypopen. Hypopen is pretty useless if you don't buy anything to use it with or have chemicals to make it with, but this is an everyman strategy, as in any role can do this. Nocturine is 6 TC, and inside of this, you'll get 30 units of a reagent that puts people to sleep when they have 8 units inside of them. So that means you will have to use 2 clicks of a Hypopen, which is about half a second. So it's pretty much the fastest stun time in the game, and it will put them to sleep. So you can put 3 people to sleep, or 1 person to sleep for a really long time, or 2 people to sleep for a moderately long time. So in order to load up a pen, you just take your container and fill up the pen. However, though, the bottle of Nocturine is very obvious and will give you away because it is labeled as Nocturine and it's a powdery substance, which most people will just immediately know that it's Nocturine if they have spent time around Syndicate reagents. Something you could do to deal with this very easily is you just get an empty bottle of soda and then put your Nocturine in it and then break the bottle so there's no evidence left behind. The soda won't say it's powdery, it won't tell you how much is even in it, so only people with chemical goggles can even tell, unless a security officer picks it up and drinks it, in which case they'll knock themselves out and you could probably run away. So I would just keep that in your backpack, ready to go to refill your Hypopen for later. Now we are left with 8 telecrystals, and this is where paths diverge. If you just really need to kill one single person and make sure they are dead, you can literally just knock them out with the Hypopen and put a mini bomb on their body, and as long as they don't have any explosive resistance armor, they will gib. However, that's a very common strategy, and I have covered things like that before, so we're going to do something a little bit more entertaining. Let's assume that you have something you need to steal off a person, let's say the captain's ID, for example, because that's a very common and very good object for everyone to steal as a syndicate. We're going to purchase thieving gloves. Thieving gloves just let you steal items off people faster, and it gives them no indication that you're stealing from them. However, in this case, they're going to be unconscious, so it's actually just for the speed. You technically don't need these in this situation, but you never know what's going to happen in a scenario, and the faster you do things, the better in this game. That leaves you with 3 telecrystals. Here, I would highly recommend that you buy a smoke grenade, which will leave you with 2 telecrystals. The smoke grenade will pretty much let you do this anywhere on the station. It could be a public hall, in the middle of the bar, in the department. People won't be able to see what you're doing. With the extra 2 telecrystals, you can either buy more smoke grenades, because remember, you can knock out 3 people, and you can make a bigger getaway with 3 smokes. However, when you're running blind in the smokes, if you're walking, you're wasting time and distance. No slips lets you run on every single substance in the game, full speed, and not have to worry about slipping. So now we have our Hypopen loaded up with 10 units. Remember, injecting something will inject 5 units, so we have to click this person twice. So the general combo here is take your smoke grenade, and I would recommend you detonate the smoke grenade before you start injecting. So you need to do this pretty quick. If somebody shift clicks you and they say you have a smoke grenade in your hand, that's already kind of suspicious. None of this stuff is inherently going to give you away as a syndicate, but the more keen eyes and people looking for syndicates in this game are going to realize, damn, this guy's holding a pen and a smoke grenade. I wonder what he's doing. It's not super hidden that you're doing this. I would do like keep the pen in a pocket and a smoke grenade in a pocket, so when they're looking at you, that's all they see. When you get up to your target, you can sweet talk them, whatever, or just surprise them. Detonate the smoke grenade in your hand by pressing Z, put it back in your pocket, and start left clicking them with the Hypopen. The moment they knock out, you will have the plume cover you. You can then right click where they were in the area here, and then click them and drag them away. If you try to loot them right there on the spot, people might have also seen them try dragging them away. Then let them go so you have 2 hands free and take their backpack and PDA. This will pretty much let you steal everything that's important on them, and the thieving gloves will let you do that quickly. And remember your escape method. So I noticed there was a door up here, and that's the way I wanted to go. So now I got everything, and if you had your face covered, no one would have been able to see better. Very quickly, I want to demonstrate why this is so powerful and why smoke grenades are as really good for the TC costs they are. They plume out a massive area of smoke, and you cannot really see in there unless you're just spam right-clicking through things, trying to see where it's at. If you're in the smoke, good luck trying to find where these people are at. This will cover an entire department, it'll cover an entire bar. You can easily knock somebody out and get going. You do it in a hall, no problem. So something that's also worth mentioning is that you definitely should have the strip menu open on them beforehand. You could just hover over them and the right click and press E, or you could press E on them before you started hypoing them. And as a final bit of advice, I'd recommend you refill your Hypopen before you like really start getting back on the run. Because say security tries to stun baton you, you could just do this and just right click their name like this. I'll demonstrate it one more time. You can have perfect accuracy trying to knock somebody out. You just right click them, and as soon as their outline turns green, you're in inject range. So you could be juking around somebody, right click and just left click, and there's nothing they could do about it. It's pinpoint accuracy. I hate using the term meta in this game. It's a gross term and significantly it simplifies the way items are. But this combo is pretty uncounterable. To the person you're injecting, there's nothing they could have done. The Hypopen would go through hard suits, it would go through anything, and yes, the power went out. So this will knock out anyone. It doesn't matter if they're death squad, it doesn't matter if they're a naked dude you found in maintenance, it will put them to sleep. So it's the greatest equalizer. It doesn't matter how bad you are at combat, nothing beats a half a second instant sleep button. They can wake up pretty quick, but not before you've already stolen all the shit off of them. Other than that, that's really it. It's a simple strategy. It's practically foolproof. Somebody could stop you, but inside a smoke grenade, it gets pretty hard. You're more likely to just get caught afterwards, but if you have to mini bomb them or steal something, you could probably at least get the chance to do that and then plan your getaway later. Thank you for watching.